fly for the dumbos. Plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young. Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Rosen to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now he'll let it go. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Here's Lauletta now on second. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out?
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They go play action here on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And his throw is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And now it's 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Lauletta on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. The pitch goes to Barkley. There he goes inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's first and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Lucky 56.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now here's Lauletta. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside to 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Gone! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Rosen. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun, it's Rosen. It got his man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Garner. A good pickup there of 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On second down, here's Lauletta. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Now, check. Patriot.
A handoff to Barkley. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Check. Patriot.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. And this time, Rosen will throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And the Giants ready to come out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A final shot before the break for Lauletta. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Lauletta on 1st down. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Back to throw, Lauletta. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, Lauletta. 20! Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get in for his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. He'll try to punch it in, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And Rosas puts this one through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Third and long here for Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he's going to send this one deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Baker with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Escaping the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. to Shepard, complete over the middle. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Lets it go for Nelson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2. Now Rosen looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Barkley already showing the ability to transform this Giant running game as they come up here on first down. Flushed out right, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, here we go. Green,
and they'll try the air now with Lauletta. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 44. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting out and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
after the interception. Here's Rosen. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10. It's Rosen again. He's going to let it fly. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2. Now it's Rosen. Incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Barkley running left. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
All right, here we go.
And Lauletta's going to throw it here. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. 3.
A toss out to Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Here's Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on second down. They'll run with Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. Loletta now to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to go up. Wide open. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.